There's a big difference between a course that sells and a course that doesn't. Now, as someone who now makes a full-time living selling courses online, I can tell you that I've had to learn this the hard way, and it starts right here by creating a mini course. Now, if you have a small audience or you're just someone who's starting out, then a mini course is the best product that I recommend starting with online. Now, a lot of people get put off by creating courses because they can seem such a beast, right? They can take so long to make, and that is true. If you go in and try and create a massive premiere or a flagship course from the get-go, you're going to find it's going to take a really long time. I've created multiple flagship courses over the years, and I can tell you they take at least 6 to 12 months to create a good, solid course with all the research and then all the validation right through to actually making it and launching it. Now, a mini course, on the other hand, doesn't take anywhere near as long to create, and it's a very focused product, focusing specifically on solving one issue for your target audience. Mini course is a specialized product, and a flagship course is something that covers a much larger topic. Now, the key to getting a mini course to sell any digital product is something called validation. I've spoken about this a lot already on this channel, but validation is basically the process of going to your audience and working out a solution for the problems that they currently face. So you can do this in a number of ways. The simplest and easiest way to do this is just to contact someone in your target market and ask them, what are they currently struggling with? Or what are the current issues that they face? Or what are the problems that they need help with solving? You can even go into the comment sections of your videos or even your social media posts and see what your target audience is already discussing. If you don't have a large following, then you can even look at your competitors and see what people are discussing in their comment sections or even the sort of questions that they're asking. This will help you hone down on a really solid idea for your mini course. Now, the whole idea is that you want to present it in a quick win. Don't try and teach them photography overall. Try and focus on one specific aspect of photography. It might be how to take a portrait photo, for instance. It needs to be something that's presented as a quick win. Now, whenever I have students that spend months trying to create a product and then they try and launch it and no one buys it, it's because they haven't effectively done this validation process. If you know that people are interested or they're struggling with this topic, then you already have that product or that solution for them, and it's automatically going to make it much, much more enticing for those people to actually buy. Now, I also have a free mini workshop down in the description below, and in that I go through in a lot more detail how to actually validate and the steps that you can go through, and even the sort of posts that you can put out or the sort of questions that you can pose to your audience. The next part is we need to work out how you actually go about creating your mini course. Now, I'm someone with a lot of experience in video production. I've built a whole YouTube channel around that, but maybe you don't have the skills to shoot really high quality video. Well, the reality is people don't care about the quality of your video. They care about the value that you're delivering or the solutions to the problems that they currently face. To shoot this video, for instance, and all of the courses that I film, I just have a camera set up in front of me. Now, I'm using a mirrorless camera, so the quality is going to be a bit better, but I've got a microphone set up here that's plugged into my camera. Audio is probably the most effective thing that you can do to add quality to your video. If you're using your phone and you stick your camera further back, it's going to pick up a lot of that sound from around the room and the background noise. So if you can, even if you're just using your phone, you can just buy like a really cheap microphone that you can plug into the bottom, and then you can just clip that on, basically like a lapel, and that's going to automatically make that audio sound a lot better. Here I've got a nice big light set up just behind the camera and in front of me, and that helps light up my scene. Lighting is really critical to making your video look good, but if you don't have expensive video lights, you can simply just sit next to a window. Don't have the light directly in front of your face. Have it slightly off-centered like I've got my light, right? And make sure that your background is relatively clean. You don't want too much stuff going on in the background. You just want it nice and clear, something like a mid-body shot, so something where the camera's sort of cut off where I am about now, and you just want to speak directly to camera. Now, video is great because it allows you to really connect with your audience. So for instance, this video, I'm speaking directly to the camera lens and I'm speaking directly to you. So you can really pick up a lot on my body language, really connect with the words that I'm saying. If you want to show things like I have here on screen, you can simply just use a video recorder. There's lots of free ones. I'm just using a free one through QuickTime, and you can basically just screen record your video on your computer. And then you can basically just put that straight over the top of your video. It doesn't need to be fancy. And as someone who's made a full-time income from selling courses online, I know that the quality doesn't matter. It's the quality of the content or the solution that you actually deliver. The other thing that I like to use is Google Slides or Google Docs. It's free to use. There's a ton of templates out there, and you can simply just put together a really basic slideshow that backs up a lot of the key points that you're talking about, right? Here on screen is some clips from my free mini workshop. And in that, I'm just using Google Slides just to present the information. Cutting back and forth between me talking and showing the Google Slides just makes that whole presentation a lot more engaging, and people can really follow and understand better what it is that you're trying to say or get across. Now, as far as the structure for the mini course, this is on screen what I recommend following. This is a proven structure that will get your students results. Now, this screenshot is from my mini workshop. Again, there's a link down in the description. But the first thing you want to do is present the title or the tagline. This is basically the value proposition that you're going to offer people, right? What is it, or the goal of this offering or the mini course? Then spell out exactly what you're going to be covering. Your audience need to understand why it's important for them to take this offer. Then get into the training intro, right? You want to basically start the teaching process of what you're going to actually teach them in that module. Now, you know your audience, so you already are the expert in this field. You know the best way to teach your audience to get the results. This is where you add in your training. Then you can go back and recap the training. Now, people need to see things at least 3 times before they really stick. So this process of going through and then recapping is really important. Then you can repeat that process as many times as you need. So if you have different modules, you can keep going through, or if this is individual videos, then you want to go through and follow this structure until you've completed all your training. The more you can break it down for people, the better that it is that they're actually going to retain that information. So rather than just having one long video, it's better to try and break it down into smaller parts. The statistics show that people who don't apply the information don't end up absorbing that information. So you need to encourage them to do that. You can set challenges or even go through a checklist with them, but it's about trying to get them to take that information and apply it to their own work. Now, you can use this structure across your entire mini course, across all of your modules, and even down to the individual videos. If you do this, then you'll find that your training will be much more effective, because it's not just about getting information across. You want them to actually use that information, apply it, and get that quick win. Now, once you've filmed your video, then you actually want to go through the process of editing. Now, there's lots of free video editors out there, and there's a ton of tutorials online that will show you actually how to edit a video. If you're new to editing, then just keep it really, really simple. As I said, there's free editors, but all you want to do is basically just keep this camera as one shot, and then you just cut away, or your B-roll is going to be your screen capture. So if you overlay those 2 video clips on top of each other, then it's just a matter of cutting back and forth between what you're showing on screen and what you're talking about. Now, to keep engagement, you want to keep cutting back and forth at a reasonably fast rate. You don't want to just be on screen talking for 5 minutes and then cut to a screen for 5 minutes. If you can keep cutting back and forth, it'll help keep people engaged throughout the video. So now you've come up with an idea, you've validated it with your audience, you've then made your mini course. Now you actually need to get it online and give people access to either download it or watch the videos online. online. Now, there's lots of different platforms out there, and some of those might be the best option for you if you're just starting out. For me personally, I use Kajabi, which is an all-in-one business platform. It basically not only gives you all the video hosting, it also creates login portals for your students to basically visit your website and then log straight into your website, and they can access all the course material. You can interact with your students through the chat. They have community sections, they have certificates, they have all of these great tools that allow you to upload your courses and share them with your audience online. Now, my website for my main Flatpak Effects YouTube channel, I created using the Kajabi all-in-one business platform. And I host all of my courses on here. So if I go to one of my courses here, it gives me basically the option to create using their drag and drop builder to create these product pages. I can add all these images, I can add all this text. I can then add these pricing structures, everything that I need to basically sell my course. And then when people actually go through the checkout process and purchase it, they create an account, and then they can basically log in and view my course. And once they're in that course, then they can go through and actually just start watching those videos, all the different modules that I have. And it's all really well laid out for them, really intuitive for the users. And this is all done automated in the background. So when the customer checks out and they go through this system, it's all automatically taken care of. Now, this is just some of the features that Kajabi offer. And if you're interested in trying out Kajabi, then I can offer you an extended 30-day free trial of Kajabi. You can try out all of this stuff for free for the next 30 days. Plus, I'm also going to give you a bunch of free extras. So that's everything that you need to know about creating mini courses. Now, as I said, the most important step in this whole process is the validation, right? Once you work out your idea or what you're going to present as a quick win, then you need to go through that validation process. I know from having courses myself and spending all this time making them to have courses not sell, I know the importance of that validation process. I have students all the time that come to me and say that they've spent 6 months working on these products or these digital products, and then they try and sell them and their audience doesn't want them. And then they ask themselves why. Well, that is the first question that you should be asking right at the very start. And you should be asking, why do you want this product? Ask your audience. Even if you have a mini course, maybe go back through that validation process and ask them, is this something that you're actually interested in? Because from that, someone might put their hand up and say, you know what, I don't want to learn that, but I am really struggling with this, or this is something that I really want to learn. So from that, you've already sparked an idea from that conversation, and you can even tweak the course that you've already made, or you can look at creating a new product which better suited to solving that specific issue for them. If you want to learn more about Kajabi, you can watch this video over here, and that's going to walk you through an entire breakdown of how Kajabi works, how it's going to work for your business, and how you can use it to create digital products and sell them online. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.